Right, so Aphros Delos chapter, story quest for Eula, available at level 40. We can learn more about Eula's story, and then her banner, which is coming in 2 days, will be Born of Ocean Swell. Okay, so I guess for the past few banners, right? They did do attempts where the 4 stars and the 5-star character on the banner can make a team by themselves, which is good. But I think this team may be a bit too awkward because you may want to replace either Jinyan or another healer or something, right? For the 4-star, Jinyan does increases your physical damage by 15 and reduces the enemy physical resistance, right? Here and for here. But I think it's a bit overkill because you already have Super Conduct, and if you reduce the enemy resistance below 0%, you get half the effect. So stacking multiple instances of resistance reduction generally isn't too good. Next character on the banner is Beidou. She has a very powerful ult and E, but her problem is she does have quite a bit of energy recharge issue, and you kind of need to run her with double Electro to make do. Beidou ult does provide you with a good amount of damage reduction on top of her berry on C1, and C2 allowing her ult to just be a massive AoE cleave ability that just kills everything in the room. And yeah, I do have a Beidou build that I can show, which is, this is the Beidou build I run on my Electro. It's a good amount of attack percentage, energy recharge, and crit. So for my Beidou build, I run something like this. With 70 crit, 150 crit damage, 175 ER, or I can just change it a bit for a little bit more crit rate. 79, 140, 180, something like that, yeah? With good attack as well. And that would be how I built Beidou in terms of support for Eula. And then for Jinyan, you can build Jinyan with 0% crit rate because her ult does guarantee crit once you have her C2. To get like a giant nuke off, and at C2, after you press ult, you do also gain another barrier, so you have double barrier from E and Q. And the last character on the banner is Xingqiu, which is the only character I don't really build, because I never needed him. But his constellation are amazing, adding another sword, reducing enemy Hydro resistance, increasing E damage, and this broken C6, which makes every second sword rain. I think every second sword rain applies 2 instances of Hydro, which can allow you to vaporize or electrocharge and such twice, which is nice. But of course, the main reason people will pull the banner is not because of the 4-star this time, but because of the 5-star Eula, the Boba Sneeze waifu, yeah? I think she'll be alright. I think she'll be maybe A+ or S tier, but I don't think she'll be breaking the game as some other characters in the game. I did heard stuff about her being able to do 5 million damage and stuff, but you know, to me at least, it's a very cool stunt to watch whenever someone does a speedrun or a one-shot video. But you gotta keep in mind that that's a lot of retry. They retry for hours on end to get the perfect trick shot video done, yeah? Because it requires you to run like a 0% crit rate, 200 something crit damage build where you crit once every blue moon, right? It's always fun and amazing to watch because all the effort they put in on those one-shot clips. But it's not practical for like 99.9% of the player base. Alright, that is the character banner done. I think Eula will be decent. And then next, the weapon banner. This is a very good weapon banner, except the fact that they misspelled the sacrificial greatsword. That's a one-handed sword. But the 4-star weapons are amazing. Rust is a general usage 4-star weapon for a lot of bow characters. Sacrificial sword can be used for Xingqiu on the banner. Sacrificial fragment can be used on Sucrose. Dragon Banes can be used on Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Rain Slasher can be used on Beidou, which is amazing. All these weapons kind of fits with all the characters on the banner because, as you can see later, Jinyan and Eula both make use of Broken Pines really well. I just don't know why Aquila is here, like, what the f***? It's just here to spite people, right? It's like, hey, I'm the other sword that does physical damage. Remember me? But yeah, now let's go for the info of the new sword. The new sword! Song of Broken Wallets! Physical damage 20.7%. Base attack 741%. Base attack is generally really useful as it takes up around 40% of your total attack, right? Or even higher. Okay, my raise is low 20. That's kind of unfair. Which character do I go on? Checking? Yeah, this is Jade Cutter, so the passive doesn't count if she's not on the team. But yeah, base attack usually takes up around... Okay, this is Oma as well. Base attack usually takes up around 40%, 50% of your total attack. So having a high base attack generally gives you better results after you scale your attack percentage as well. And this weapon does give you 16% attack. At R5, this should be 32%, yeah? So, a part of the millennial movement that wander amidst the winds. Increase attack by 16%, I guess 32 at R5. When normal and charge attack hits an opponent, the character gains Sigil of Whispers. This effect can be triggered once every 0.3 seconds. This shouldn't matter too much about this 0.3 seconds since Claymore character hits like every 0.5 or something. Except it have an attack speed buff, right? When you possess 4 Sigils of Whispers, all of them will be consumed and all nearby party members will obtain Millennial Movement Banner for 12 seconds. Millennial Movement Banner will increase normal attack speed by 12% and increase attack by 20%. So at R5, it should be 24% attack speed and 40% attack for 12 seconds. And this buff can only be proc once every 20 seconds. That should be fun. Buff of the same type does not stack. I don't think it's stacked with Elegy, but the Razor Ninja says it's stacked. I think he's too high on Copium. Okay, so this weapon is going to be the go-to 5-star weapon for all physical damage Claymore characters since the base stat, the main stat, and the very nice extra passive if you want to proc it over and over and over. 12 seconds is a good number because Superconduct is a debuff that lasts 12 seconds as well. But it doesn't matter too much since most off-field support like Fisho, Lisa, Beidou constantly apply Electro anyways, so it shouldn't matter. I think overall, the weapon banner and the weapon banner is amazing because it's universal. A lot of these weapons can be applicable for multiple different characters, and the character banner is alright as well. Maybe a little bit too niche in the form of Xinyan. I think Xinyan's a bit too niche. Xingqiu and Beidou are really popular characters, so that is nice. And also, Xingqiu showed up in like the past 4 banners, right? He's everywhere. I guess that's the TLDR, right? 2 days into the banner summons, and I can just clap my cheeks and go, hey, I'm getting this weapon first. If I have any leftover summons, I'll go for Eula. Okay, sword incoming? Nah, I'm never gonna pull the one-handed sword. We're just gonna go in, get a quick R5 Pines, and get out. It's simple.